So I'm pretty sure, as many of you know, I had made a video about Kalisto winning the U.S. Championship on Monday Night Raw. And I had predicted that the rematch was going to end in disqualification because WWE still wants to protect Del Rio for whatever reason, since he doesn't have a clear character. So there's no reason to get emotionally invested. Um, WWE gave the belt back to Alberto Del Rio. Yes, I'm being very silent because if I answer any questions like this, like why, I would most likely be saying, WWE, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you have, like, Kalisto had just on the SmackDown tapings lost the U.S. title, especially after giving a what appeared to be a passionate interview saying that just like Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio, he will thrive in the land of giants. He will thrive in WWE, and he has to take on WWE's prototype wrestler of the Mexican greatest export, Alberto Del Rio, and this is what happens. They fucked it up. Like, okay, 1 day title reign. That's how it works. And even WWE.com acknowledged this on right after the tapings, and I'm like wondering, why did you even acknowledge that? Like, that was stupid booking. Like, I had made a prediction that they were going to get Kalisto a decent reign with the with the U.S. title. Sorry, I almost said world title, and I was like, okay, now I know I'm pushing it because they won't put it on another small guy because WWE likes to be discriminatory. But what was the point of Kalisto winning the U.S. title? They should have just saved that for Royal Rumble now. Like, if they let Kalisto win back the U.S. title at Royal Rumble, it's not going to feel as special. Even if they put on a great match because they wasted it on Raw. Now this booking decision they went with, and it's received a lot of criticism of how they backtrack when they were finally going to do something interesting and unique, and they decide to say, nope, let's backtrack because apparently ratings were down. Uh, do something! Give the belt back to Del Rio! And all due respect to Del Rio, like, here's the big question. What's his character? That's what I thought. There is no character. Like, yeah, you can say he's in the League of Nations, but really, does he have a character? Like, that has been one common complaint throughout Alberto Del Rio's entire WWE run, both previously and now. Alberto Del Rio doesn't have a character, and the last time they gave him a character was with Ricardo Rodriguez, and he's not back, so yeah, they can't. So, like, that gave a sense of egotistical with Del Rio. Like, he thinks he's so great, he gets to have his own personal ring announcer, but really, since Ricardo Rodriguez is gone, and though it looks like they're not going to ever bring him back because they hate you, um, it just looks like they're not going to do anything with it. So, and the Zeb Coulter angle I thought could have been salvaged a bit, but yeah, I ultimately looked at this and said it was going to fail. Like, I couldn't really picture their team up. I really didn't, so I kind of had a hard time believing this was actually going to work. So I'm pretty sure WWE is going to go with the typical. Kalisto has a rematch clause in his contract. Okay, so book that. Okay, book that for the Royal Rumble, and Kalisto may win at the Royal Rumble, but ultimately it's not going to feel as special as it was on Monday Night Raw when he won the U.S. title. So WWE, you just wasted a huge opportunity and could have saved it for pay per view. And Del Rio, well, he's gonna get more criticism now since WWE just went ahead and blamed him. Is gonna use him as a scapegoat for their problems. And worst of all, this wasn't even the main event of SmackDown. Like, they had they had Kevin Owens, Sheamus versus um, Dean Ambrose and Neville, and it ends in a double countout. So why didn't this be the main event? Oh, because Del Rio is a heel and he's going to win the match. We can't have that. So yeah, so like I looked at Kalisto and Del Rio, like this is like Del Rio's everything Vince McMahon wants in the next great Mexican wrestler. Kalisto's everything Triple H wants in a great Mexican wrestler. Something that has a clear character, while Del Rio has nothing than just talent, but really he just had horrible direction. So yeah, I'm not happy about this booking angle. I'm quite shaking my head at this. Like, this was a very bad idea. It especially makes the U.S. title look like a hot potato joke. Like, I get when it worked in the Attitude Era to an extent, but now everyone wants to see longer title reigns. They want to see more longer reigns for world champions, more longer reigns for intercontinental and U.S. champions. It gives a sense of unity, gives a sense of prestige to it, saying like this is how far this guy's going to go with it. And when he ultimately loses it, it comes at the most unexpected of places, or Money in the Bank contract. But really, yeah, WWE, you screwed up big time with Kalisto. Like, he could win the belt back at the Royal Rumble, but it won't feel as special, and it also makes the U.S. belt look more like a joke. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but it was more interesting when John Cena was the U.S. champion, even though all of his matches were very predictable since, well, when have they ever let John Cena lose the U.S. belt on a clean fashion? Kevin Owens doesn't count because they didn't have a title match. They had a champion versus champion match. In Del Rio, well, it was only 7 minutes long. So this was Neo Reality Entertainment. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and donate, and stay tuned for more.